So our firm is called Future Gen Solutions. We're actually a second generation advice practice. So we've been in business over 35 years now. Currently, we've got 7 people here in Australia. Overseas, we've just started the journey to VA Platinum. We've got 3 remote outsourced employees at the moment. Most of our clients are that pre-retirement, post-retirement. But obviously being in business 35 years, you've got a whole range of clients, from family groups through to small businesses. Yeah, so we actually were probably a bit late to the outsourcing party. We thought about it for a while. We tried to work through the Australian domestic staff. However, in the end, we decided we need to actually go down the route of outsourcing. Once we made that decision, we put inquiries out to our wider advice group. So we spoke to people in the BFP, Boutique Financial Planners Organisation, and a number at the FAAA. And VA Platinum kept coming up, so we heard about them from a whole range of areas. Just so happened then, when I was at the FAAA conference in 2023, I actually sat next to Shirley, and she gave me a bit more of an introduction into VA Platinum. Still at that point, we're slow to dip our feet in. We went and spoke to a number of other advisors who've been using VA Platinum for a number of years to really get that confidence that they were the right group for us. As a long-running Australian financial planning group, we were pretty dedicated to keeping staff on shore. It's what our clients have always expected, and to be frank, running this business for at least 10 years myself, it's what I was used to. However, once we made the commitment to try outsourcing, our experience has been really positive. Onboarding with the Anna and Warm, our first 2 employees, to be frank, has exceeded expectations. For an advice group that's considering outsourcing, the concept can be quite daunting. You're thinking about bringing in new staff members who aren't onshore and having to have the processes and systems in place to manage them and ensure they succeed. VA gave us the confidence to say, this is what we need to prepare ahead of it. This is what can be prepared during, and also tips and tricks along the way of what we need to focus on. VA's onboarding and training of the staff members was above and beyond what we expected. The onboarding videos that Brian prepared, explaining as a group what we need to be aware of, were enlightening. They helped us understand areas of significance that we hadn't necessarily considered from our own perspective. Financial planning as an industry is incredibly challenging. It's fast-paced. It's changed a lot in the last 10 years from where it was the 20 years previous. And what we've found is obviously with staff, retaining quality Australian staff has been difficult. Getting them, putting in the years and years involved in training them and upskilling them to a level where they're self-sufficient, to then have them walk down the street for more money. We ended up in a situation where we were really struggling to retain that high quality talent. This is what led us to actually considering outsourcing. We actually tried the domestic staff market first. We put a lot of time, 24 months, 2 years, coming into a decision to outsource. Most advisors on this call probably know the difficulties with recruiters. I think finding good quality talent post-COVID is difficult. But we actually went both routes. So we have extended our team here in Australia, in Brisbane, while at the same time trying outsourcing. The reason we selected VA Platinum is quality reviews from people we trust and know. When we were considering VA Platinum, one of the areas we really liked was their advice academy, where staff members would receive the training to make them successful in the industry and understand some of the basic concepts, but at the same time, still being fresh enough that we can mold them to the back office support we're looking for. So we are 3 months into our outsourcing journey, and it's been an interesting 3 months. Already, our outsourced teams assist in taking a lot of the review meeting preparation off our hands entirely. They've taken ownership of that task, and they're completing it at a level where we don't necessarily need to check it ahead of the meetings. Going forward, we're looking for them to assist in doing more of our initial onboarding items for clients, while at the same time continue to upskill. When we were thinking about dipping our toes into outsourcing, our initial thought was we'd start with 1 staff member to see how it was and what the experience was like. Shirley and Brian actually convinced us not to start with 1, but to start with 2. That together they create their own bond where they can support each other in a competitive environment, which enables them to succeed. That advice is some of the best advice I give to anyone considering this journey. If you're going to start with 1, please just start with 2, because in 3 months' time, you want a second. So we've actually embarked along the paraplanning journey now with BA. So initially we started with administration support. In a week's time, we get our first paraplanner. That was daunting, given we'd had negative paraplanning experiences before out of India and an outsourcing arrangement. However, VA Platinum's given us the confidence that this will be a success. We actually have recommended VA Platinum to a number of colleagues, not only in our wider advice group, boutique financial planners, but also to the FAAA, and a number of clients have also asked us for our own businesses. I would recommend VA Platinum to anyone that's considering it. They're a great partner to outsource with.
Thanks so much, Tom, for your time today. I really appreciate you making the time, and it's so great to hear the journey that you've had so far. I've certainly enjoyed being a part of it and really looking forward to working with you further in the future.
Thanks, Shirley.
Thanks very much.
Great speaking.
See you.
Bye.